What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you guys are ready for a wonderful Saturday evening live stream. Hope you guys are doing great. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me for another exciting episode of Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. Of course, I am your host, Justin Wise, lead analyst and senior mentor at CrackingCryptocurrency.com. Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic wherever you happen to be tuning in from. Of course, today is the 1st of June, 2019, foul year of our Lord, and we are here, as we are every evening on the weekends, doing something a little bit differently lately because we are going to be doing the live daily scan from 6 to 7. So you guys are, again, if you are lucky enough to be tuning in on the weekends, see my thought process, see my thought mentality, and actually see me manage active positions and see me enter into new positions if there is such an opportunity on the table. Starting today, as I said, we are going to be using Minx on the live streams and in my own personal trading, because that was the system that I had set out in advance. I'm going to be switching from using time transformation as my primary indicator to Minx as my primary indicator, showcasing that both not only in my personal trading and in my personal life, but also on the streams as well. So awesome times, exciting times. Hopefully you guys are doing really, really well. Okay, so we're going to talk about something tonight. We're going to talk about something that is really important to a trader in the cryptocurrency space. And I don't think that enough people think about this. So we're going to talk about the project that I'm currently working on, and you guys can see. And some of you who are really, really good at mathematics and really, really good at programming will potentially roll your eyes, but the risk management strategy will make you raise your eyebrows and think, wow. And those of you who are good at risk management but bad at math and bad at programming, you're going to say, hey, that's really awesome. And then those of you who are just kind of okay in both fields, you're going to go, wow, that's probably amazing. Hopefully, but it's what I'm working on. So I'm going to show you guys, the advanced, I don't want to say advanced, but I'm going to show you the calculations that I use to figure out what a profitable trade is, right? And I'm going to talk to you guys about the difference between valuing your wealth in Bitcoin and valuing your wealth in USD, and what that means when you approach a trade and how to accurately review and reflect upon your winnings as a trader. So if your Bitcoin value goes up, so there's a lot of nuance to this because cryptocurrency is unique, because you are generally, individuals in the space are generally trading Bitcoin to altcoin pairs. And so they are measuring their P&L in Bitcoin, but they're not really thinking about what did Bitcoin do in the interim. So if you enter into a BTC to altcoin to BTC position, and at the end of the day, you just calculate your P&L in Bitcoin, but you don't calculate your P&L in USD, why are you not doing that? The reason why you're probably not doing that is because you actually have to do a couple extra steps. What do you have to do? One, you have to write down what the price of Bitcoin was when you entered into the trade. You have to write down the price of Bitcoin when you exited the trade, and then you can calculate what your position size was in USD terms relative to your Bitcoin position size. And then you can have an objective measurement of whether you actually made your native currency or lost your native currency within the transaction. So it is quite possible that you will make Bitcoin but lose dollars. And that's really not a profitable or consistent or really logical way to track the results of being a trader. What we do here is very different from Bitcoin hodling. What we do here is very different from Bitcoin hodling. What we do here is we trade professionally. This is what I do for a living, and this is what the stream is designed to do, to show you the nuances of actually how it works behind the scenes, because I don't really see anybody else out there doing that. Anyways, moving forward. So we're going to talk about that, and of course, we're going to break down the markets. We're going to look, whoa, and my screen just got hacked. But we're going to break down, again, now that we have more time, we're going to be doing we're going to do the cryptocurrency markets. We're also going to take a look at FX, and we're going to look at precious metals for a little bit, because I saw some requests for palladium, so we'll look at palladium. And we'll also look at our traditional markets and see how they closed yesterday at the closing bell. So anyways, Ryan, good to see you over there on Twitch, brother. Good to see you, Drethro, man. He says, wow, I caught the start of the stream. The beard looks good. I'm really liking it, man. Oh, by the way, got a new cup today. There's not a mule in here, all right? I'm not drinking. I don't consume substances, but it's just, it's nice. I'm going to get the CC logo right here. Anyways, guys. Over there on DLive, MW. That's a tough one. May Leeson. Thank you so much for the 3 lemons, brother. Highly appreciated. Thank you so much from the Crunk Army. You guys are absolutely fantastic. And over there on Twitch, I want to thank Total Wine Chick. Is Harry 90? Is Harry 90? Thank you so much for the follows over there on Twitch, my good friends. Young Johnny 3Fram says, sup, Justin, what's good with XRP? We're going to check it out, man. I am actually in an XRP position. And we'll scroll up into the YouTube chat. And let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I don't want to detract from the individuals over there on Facebook Live as well. Thank you so much. So Coro EOS. So that's an interesting question. So what happens if price continues to rise beyond take profit 3? So in general, I have found that the way that we set take profit 3 is quite good. But what we'll often do at take profit 3 is that's when our trailing stop goes on. That's when our trailing stop goes on. Now, there are a couple different situations. There are situations in which price is going to put in a big altcoin wick, for example, where you're just going to see a massive 100% wick. And in that situation, the TSL is an absolute necessity. That trailing stop needs to get hit or put on around the same time. That's why it's very important to set alerts and to use something like 3 commas if you're trading altcoins, for example. That's what I do. On the other hand, the other thing that you're going to be doing if you're trading a more liquid market is that you will not typically exit at take profit 3 with the last of your position. You will generally wait for your system to give you an exit, which actually PTP is designed to do, which any good strategy is designed to do. You need a system to get you into the market, but also tell you when to get out as well. But you always, and this is just the way that I do things, and I find this is very conducive to one of the keys to my success, is I always at a predetermined take profit level, take half of my position off the table. Did I hear about the BTC CAD flash on Kraken? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And no, I did not capture that movement. It be crazy storming in Chicagoland. Kurt Ferguson, good to see you. Jonathan Falcher, Charlie M, Jurgen Ernst, Crypto Slice of Life, Stephen Hyatt, Philip Carr, Cheeky Scousers, bagged into the Champions League. I feel you, brother. Brian Sains, good to see you, man. Yep, we're going to check out Palladium Phil. Is Bat going to make a move? All right, let's scroll down here a little bit. And Raven BTC says WebDev. All right, so let's get over to the charts and let's start breaking this stuff down. So here we are in the live scene, and Bitcoin just continuing its slow walk up after the large drop the other day, at which everybody said, it's the end of the world, and of course we're going to 6K. And could we? Absolutely we could. Again, you guys know that we don't predict the markets here. We just look at current price, because current price is the most accurate reflection of what the market is actually going to do, and then we look at our system to tell us what the market is likely to do. Again, we're not interested in being right. We're interested in our system that is designed to give us statistical probability over time and give us an edge very similar to a casino. Sorry guys, I'm a little dry mouth tonight. All right, so let's get over to TradingView. And I've got this box popping out. Back a little bit. Okay, so we'll get over here to TradingView, and here we're going to do, if you guys would like to you know, maybe just take a moment of silence, or maybe take your hat off if you're wearing a hat and hold it over your heart. Because for a long time on this stream, we have used time transformation as our primary indicator. And, you know, she's been real good to us. And I'm just, she's made me so much money over the past 6 months. It's just times like this when you got to put her down. So you guys give her a moment of silence. We're going to go ahead and get her off. Dun, 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 dun. And we're going to go ahead and go to Minx. And there we are. Minx is on the chart. Minx is now our primary indicator. Thank you guys so much for your moment of silence. Time transformation is now going where all indicators go after they die. That big old P&L zone in the sky. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and save this as my main indicator template. So whenever I click on something, boom, she just pops right up. All right. Moonshine fueled Jesus face palm. All right, guys. Crypto Chris, BCHM19, of course, brother. Thank you so much for watching over there on Twitch. Let's put, I didn't look at Zao, so we're gonna look at gold. Raven, BTC, I saw, and it's like old Yeller being taken by Raven, BTC, and BCHM19, of course, brother. Put those on the request list. But rest in peace, you were a good little fella. All right, so what is Minx telling us to do? And we are about an hour and 45 minutes away from the daily candle close. And it's not telling us to do anything. It's not telling us to do anything. Now, I know a lot of the guys in the group took the reversal position off of the daily baseline. We're not going to cover those because that is reversal strategy. That is a more advanced portion of PTP, the PTP system. So what we do on the stream and what we do for the majority of what we do is just cover the basics. So, for example, I know that a lot of people are in that active position, and we talked about exactly where they would want to take profits, and that level was, let's actually pull open Quadriga to tell us, 87.44. 87.44 is where they would want to put that position on. Of course, we have now that level has moved up to 87.70, so it's actually pulled down just a little bit on us, but around that 87.70 level, just like I said the other day. And we're not there yet. We're not there yet. So fingers crossed, take profit one, let's roll. Anyways, but overall, to me and to the system, this looks quite good. Has price has not broken the daily baseline since we broke above on the 29th of April. We have not breached below the daily baseline. And we don't have to, because typically when you do breach the daily baseline, you continue on in that direction. Doesn't mean you always will, but more often than not, the daily baseline is something that is going to be respected significantly. So let's make sure that everything is looking good. Good, that's there. Good, that's there. Good, good, good. Okay, cool. Wanted to double check. Now, for the purposes of Minx, we're going to be plotting trending signals, continuation crosses, reversals within the trend, and take profits. We can plot sensitive stops if we want, because as I said, you want an indicator that gets you in and out of the market. And as we can see, so this is an improvement over time transformation, because time transformation also had the early exit system, right? To get you out of your position at a good profit. And time transformation told you to exit on this candle right here. This last large movement, this last retest of the daily baseline. And we can see where Minx, actually, if you look up here in the indicator window, actually got us out right here. So more sensitive, but more sensitive in a good way, that it has built-in filters to get you into a good position and to filter out false signals. You're going to get some, and that's why we have other elements of our strategy and of our system on top of Minx. Minx is just the foundation of what we're doing here. It's the most important thing on the chart, but it's not the only thing on the chart for us. Because those are easy to see for me, I'm going to go ahead and take those off. And if we need to bring them back, we'll bring them back. So anyways, here on the daily baseline, we're not getting confirmation to retake another long position yet. Now, obviously, we are still holding Bitcoin. We are still 1x long. We will be 1x long until price closes below the daily baseline. Until that happens, there's nothing to do insofar as shorts. We don't do reversal trades. We don't trade against the dominant trend. That stuff is not what we do around here. By the way, over on DLive, Sinajib and Zugrieve, thank you so much for the follows over there, my good friend. Friends, it is multiple. Let's see here. Michael Pell says, we all know it's because Craig Wright patented time transformation. He just snuck it out from under me. Roy Coin, not at this point in time. It's MYNX. Caribbean Crypto Show, good to see you. I need to add to the merch store a Minx coat. We were Scott has plans to design a logo for Minx, which is going to be pretty cool when it's all done. All right, so moving on. I would assume that if things continue on this way if we don't have a double retest of the daily baseline, then most likely on tomorrow's candle, we will be getting another signal to go long, because Minx will be crossing the noise line, or BPM line will be crossing the noise line, which is our continuation signal. And we are allowed to take continuations because at no point in time since our primary signal to go long over here have we closed below the baseline. So just to give you guys an idea of how good Minx is at what she does. Yeah, so we're going to have to take water off. There we go. And then put water back on. There's no way to get around it. At least I haven't figured it out. To get around the repainting issue, if you have multiple indicators on your chart that color bars, it's very, because if you see, like, if I take WADA off, you can actually see where Minx has the bar painting features in effect, telling us, every time that we want to enter into another long position and when we want to take profit right here. So we enter long here on our initial signal, take profit here, get back in, take profit here, get in here. Might probably take a loss here. That's probably one losing trade, and then back in the trade here, and things are good. And haven't actually gotten an exit signal yet. So my point is, if anybody knows how to fix that, let me know, because I would like to know. But for the purpose of this, we're going to be okay, because really those bar colorings, they're just to help people who like that kind of visual confirmation for some reason. And that's totally fine. And we'll just leave that on the chart for right now. No problems. All right, so anyways, let's talk about lower time frames as we go forward, and let's talk about what the rest of our system is telling us to do. If we take a look at volume is falling sideways. This is a slight consolidation period. We had a large volatile movement to the downside after 3 days of very little activity, a nice about 50% retracement candle, and then a fairly boring day today. Of course, it is Saturday, typically notorious for low volatility. Now, of course, if we go back over here to this period in time, we were having a lot of market activity on Saturdays, but that's really not par for the course. That's actually not normal for the cryptocurrency markets, especially Bitcoin. Generally, Saturdays and Sundays are pretty quiet, and then Sunday evening, Monday morning, depending around the London Open or the Chinese Open, then you can get some volatility and some action. So it does kind of help to know exactly where you want to be and know exactly what you want to do. So we can go down to, let's see here. We only have 2 bullish factors in our favor right now. The first bullish factor is that price is above the daily baseline. The second bullish factor is that our Minx line is above our 0 line. We have 3 bearish factors, and that is the fact that, 2, and that is the fact that Minx is below the noise line, so that's bearish. And we have bearish volume below the explosion level. So those are all indications to get out of a position. So this all comes into play with discretionary position sizing as to what you can do on lower time frames. But let's go down to those lower time frames and let's look for signals. So the 12-hour did give you a long on the close of the last 12-hour candle. So at 1900, so at last night, you could have taken a long position. And this candle is working to close here. We're going to have this at obviously at the close of the daily candle. So 8-hour also gave you a signal to go long on the last candle. 6-hour gave you a signal to go long over here. 4-hour gave you a signal to go long over here. 3-hour gave you a signal to go long over here. And we're not talking about qualifications or whether or not we could have taken these trades, but I'm just letting you guys know what Minx does and what it doesn't do. And 2 to go here. Now we need to talk about qualifications. We don't take this trade. WADA does not confirm. And we don't take this trade, but we do take it on the close of this candle. And that is probably a winner. Price runs up about 0.69%. Let's take a gander. And yes, we would have hit our first take profit target on that. So that was a winning trade. Nice work done on the 30-minute chart. But honestly, there's not really a whole lot to do here. I'm really so active in other altcoin positions right now that I'm not really jumping for the bit to have to take another leverage position on Bitcoin. It's going to come when it comes, and I'm going to get the signal to go long when the signal comes to go long, and I'll go short when I need to go short. For right now, I'm holding Bitcoin, and I'm 1x long on ByBit. And as far as Binance goes, I'm not holding any USDT at this point in time. I only, when price is above the daily baseline, when Bitcoin is above the daily baseline, I go from Bitcoin to Tether to altcoin if I want to trade a USDT pair. And that's something we're going to talk about here when we go over this article that I want to touch on about risk management. So with Bitcoin out of the way, let's move right into Ethereum and see if we are getting anything over here. Of course, we will go ahead and turn on our primary template here. And what's really interesting is that we may be getting a signal to go long on Minx at the close of this candle. We really need to watch Ethereum USD on Coinbase quite closely because it is possible that if we have a little bit of volume that we could close the noise line, the Minx line above the noise line, which would be an indication to go long. That would be a continuation cross on Ethereum USD. Again, looking at the Coinbase chart, where would I take that trade? I would take it on ByBit. I would take it on ByBit, and I would go to the Ethereum USD on BitMEX chart to actually calculate out where and when. Let's take a look at what the ratios, what the numbers would be. Would I take that position? Again, we will have some confirmation here before this show is over, so don't go anywhere. That trade would be, let's make sure everything is correct here. Stanky Sook. This is TradingView's web platform. Am I covering the EOS announcement? Nope. I mean, we can look at the EOS chart. Why is it gray? Because that's my color template. You can make TradingView look however you like. Yoink Dojo, is this a lagging indicator? Yes, it is. Because I am a trend following trader, i.e. we use lagging indicators. And just to touch on that real quickly, because I often find myself having to explain this, most people hear the word lagging indicator and leading indicator, and they say, well, I don't want to use an indicator that lags. That's nonsense. And then they just don't really delve deeply into understanding what those words actually mean. So a lagging indicator is an indicator that uses current price to confirm the direction of the trend. A leading indicator is a reversal indicator that attempts to predict the future. The hit rate for leading indicators is quite low. The hit rate for lagging indicators is quite high. So trend following traders like myself use lagging indicators or confirmation indicators, as we call them. And reversal traders are going to attempt to use, I say attempt because the failure rate for reversal traders is higher than 90%, leading indicators such as RSI or stochastic or Fibonacci or Bollinger Bands. Anybody that's trying to trade reversals is going to use tools of that nature, and the failure rate is extremely high for them, regardless of what you've been told about the success ratios of leading indicators. Moving right along. Just to make that really clear. So let's look at profit targets. So we're going to go to labels and indicator last value so we can just quickly, easily see what our labels and values are. So I would be taking Ethereum USD with an initial take profit of 287.73 as it sits right now, 308.86 and 329.99 with a stop loss at 234.95 initially. All right. And then updating the trade as we move along. Caribbean Crypto Show says, I have a confession. I took a trade on Dogecoin. No judgment, please. LOL. Do I merit Bollinger Bands or like alligators? No, I don't think Bollinger Bands are very good. I don't. All right, moving right along. So let's go down to lower time frames then on Quadriga ATR. Cardano to 30 cents in June due to Shelly launching. We'll take a look at Cardano. All right, so on Minx, we did get a nope, we could not take that position. Got a signal on the 12-hour, but it didn't confirm. On the 8-hour, but it did not confirm. On the 6-hour, but it did not confirm. And on the 4-hour, but it did not confirm. So even on LTFs, Minx keeping us out of the market. Now, we did get a 3-hour signal that did confirm right here. Let's see if that would have been a winner or a loser. That would have been a winner. Yep, we would have hit our first take profit target right there. And we would be out at break even right here. So not a bad trade on the 3-hour chart. Not the best, but an easy, about 3% trade. Not bad. Not bad. 3% with half of your position size. That would probably be a $2,000 to $3,000 position size, depending on your capital. So we'll get rid of that. Going down to the hourly. We did get an hourly long signal right here. Right here on this candle right here. And we're in drawdown right now. And good 30-minute signal right here. That was a good trade. Got most of this major movement right there. 1.57% for your scalpers. And on the 15-minute chart, the best trade so far on the LTFs. 15-minute signal right here, confirmed. And it runs up about 1.69%. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Time frame times 4. And you get out right at the top, pretty much. Good trade. All right, so we're going to be watching Ethereum USD for the end of the daily candle close. Brian Sains, do I ever take my coins off the exchange? Yes, I do proof of keys every year. Have I used the Super Guppy indicator? I have. I have back tested it as well. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's okay. Stanky Sook says, have I ever traded Forex? I was a professional Forex trader before I began trading cryptocurrency full time in 2016. In fact, I'll be returning to trading Forex markets when I'm done with PTP. Sorry, guys. Got a really dry throat. Okay, so anyways, that's Ethereum and that's Bitcoin. No position to take yet on Bitcoin, so I'll just remain exactly where I am. And there is a potential position to take on Ethereum, but we need the confirmation to take the trade. Now, let's go ahead and look at... No, Yoink, because I do not trade timeframes lower than the daily. So no. 9 times out of 10. Okay, so go over here. Look at some of your requests. But Sam, what's going on, brother? Good to see you tonight, man. ZERP USD. Oh, ZAO USD. I'm sorry, that was gold. Somebody wants me to look at gold. I just saw ZERP. Let's do it. Shred the FX. I've back tested all my strategies on FX. I did really good before I ended, but I'm looking forward to getting back in there. I mean, every time somebody's had me look at an FX chart, I've seen every trade where my system would have caught it. I'm like, wow, good trade. I mean, what? I looked at that dollar peso the other day. That was a 5,000 pip trade that Minx caught. Beautiful, man. All right, so let's look at ZAO and Awanda. Those of you who are lucky enough to be able to trade the CFD, unlike myself. Just like no leverage. Okay. Take a gander here. We haven't gotten good trades on ZAO. Nope, not there. That didn't confirm. Got a trade here. This was a good trade on gold right here. It take profit 1. It take profit 1. So that was a good 0.8. Again, you're going to be using pretty decent leverage on gold, depending on where you're at in the world. And getting a signal now, but we're not allowed to take it because we're too far away from the baseline. We're above the white line. So nothing to do, man. Nothing to do on gold. But good pump, man. Great position. Michael Weston. General thoughts on ICOs and have I ever invested in them? So there have been, I want to say, 3 ICOs that I bought into in 2016. And those did okay. I have not gotten into any of the IEOs on Binance this year. So my general thoughts on them are that they are going to be the highest tier of speculative investment that you can do. That's not really what I do. I don't fill up bags. I approach the cryptocurrency markets very differently than most people do. Um, Again, most people do not trend trade cryptocurrency markets, and most people also do not. Most people also have this mentality in their head: A, of being a reversal trader, and B, of being B of the fact that they have to fill up their bags really, really low because that's the only way to make money in cryptocurrency. Um, but that's not really the case. I don't recommend that anybody gets involved with ICOs if they don't have capital to lose. Anything that you're going to put into something like that is very different from having a consistent, profitable trading strategy where you actually have numbers on statistics and you can backtest your method. When you're just buying something in the hope that it goes up, you're gambling, you're speculating. Man. Cool. ZAO USD. Yeah, let's go down to some LTFs. No, didn't get a 12-hour trade. Got this 12-hour trade right there. That was a decent one. The 8-hour called this pretty well. 6 did not. 4 did not. $30-minute got you into the trade. That's a good trend, man. Good trade. Congratulations to anybody who caught that ZAO USD pump. So I don't use a VPN for IEO purchasing because I've never purchased an IEO. Kyle Kangas, what's up, brother? Thank you so much for the follow over there on Twitch, my good friend. All right, man. Let's go look at Raven BTC. Raven BTC called along last night. I didn't put on any new altcoin positions last night because I already have about 13 positions open. So I just did my daily scan last night and put on three new, BitMEX, or no, two, sorry, yeah, because one was open the other night. BitMEX positions for altcoins. Ricardo. I bought 2 ETH back when it was $150 like a month ago and forgot about it until now. I doubled my money and never noticed. Nice, man. Nice. Pull open, let me get my screen open on this other. Yeah. Awesome on anybody. Anybody that was doing their daily scan last night would have picked up on Raven. So we have 3 of 3, closing above the baseline. WADA confirming, primary signal. Beautiful. Just hit take profit 1 as well. So it's good that we had some volatility. Stop loss now goes to break even and take profit 2. So congratulations to you guys in the group. You guys are doing killer. See here, nothing that you guys want to enter now. You missed your window, man. BCH M19. This is a do nothing chart, man. This is a do nothing trade. We always look at the underlying to determine. So let's see here. Hold on a second. All right, we're back, guys. Yeah, it's way too late to buy Raven. ONT and LTC. See here. Johan Brawl, no, it is not, because that would get me in trouble with my investors. What do the green candles mean? That's when Minx is signaling along, but we need confirmation from the rest of our system to take that trade. That's a non-confirming trade. These two are. Okay, need some coffee. Don't do EOS or BAT yet, Ed? All right, brother, I will. I will not. I'm concerned BitMEX is bad due to part wash trading. I don't know about that. Wash trading is kind of like a meme. Everybody who wants to have an opinion about cryptocurrency markets say that. It happens, but I don't know. I don't trade any of my BTC or Ethereum on BitMEX anymore because I don't like other things that they do that has nothing to do with wash trading. It doesn't really matter to me as a trader. I'm not a philanthropist. I just want to make money out of the market. So I do the majority of my trading on ByBit. Second that for EOS. Well, you're going to go get some coffee, so I just got to wait. All right, guys. So let me know when you guys get back with your coffee, and we'll look at EOS and basic attention token. That. I'm going to start doing take a break here in about 18 minutes, and then we'll start doing the daily scan, looking for new positions tonight. All right, so let's look at ONT, ontology. Long signal on this candle that hit take profit 1. And nothing to do right now. Thank you, CryptoKitty. I upgraded your access, and I'm excited to have you join the group. Looking forward to trading with you, and I'm glad you made good on Ethereum. If I can tell without disclosing problems, what are the main technical parameters in Minx? So, how can I put this? There are mathematical concepts that were difficult for me to overcome because I'm not by nature a good mathematician. But I've been back testing and developing indicators for about 7 years now. And it's what came out of constant manual testing and testing and testing and testing and testing different things. So it uses different bands and moving averages of bands to calculate a smooth. It's a trend following indicator. So it's a smoothing of price action that's then ran through a mathematical filter to also filter out bad trades. Right. So what I back tested Minx on Euro USD, on ZAO USD. I back tested it on BTC USD on the Bitstamp chart, and I took all the parameters that went into good and bad trades, and I use those to recreate the strategy, right? For when it signals long and when it signals short. Yeah, basically what you do. So you've got a qualifying line, you've got a generating line. It's a hybrid indicator, so it's a centered oscillator plus a line cross indicator. So you can get all those different types of signals from it. It also takes into account volume. It also looks at the trend. So without getting into nerdy math, which I wouldn't do anyways, because it took me over a year to develop this. Yeah. Can I look at ethos? Yeah, sure, man. On the chart. Thank you, David Rice, man. Appreciate it, brother. Johnny 3 fam, does XLM meet the qualifications for today? Take a gander. We're not going to be able to know for about an hour, but we'll look now and have a good idea. You guys can go to currentresults.krakencryptocurrency.com. There's nothing on there because the first entries on there will be tonight, but of course you can always go to results.krakencryptocurrency.com. Currentresults.krakencryptocurrency.com to see all my closed trades. They go on there as soon as I close out a trade. Actually, the chart, the live one that faces the live is updated every 8 hours. So the guys in the premium group, obviously, they see all the open and closed trades in real time. But you guys can also go to results.krakencryptocurrency.com and you can see all our last trades. The big update that we're going to make to the spreadsheet, it was just difficult figuring out how to get it automated this month, is that in addition to P&L tracking, we're also going to track equity growth. We're also going to track equity curve. We're also going to track position size based off the calculator that we use. So not everybody's going to be able to see that or understand that because they don't have access to the calculator if they're not in the group, but they'll be able to see the actual numbers. So that's something we get asked a lot and something that differentiates us from other people, I guess. Again, most people just are not being serious when they say they trade professionally. We are. So just like I tell people when they ask me, well, why isn't this here yet? Well, because I want to make something better. So I've pretty much made something better. So it's ready when it's ready, and it's pretty much ready. So anyways, I just need to get with the team to get it working technically. I have it down. I have the spreadsheet created, but I need it to be able to be automated, and that's difficult when you get into code, and that's not my field. That's not my that's not my specialty. I got a guy for that. And Yoink, you got a really nasty attitude, man. Why am I talking to you instead of polishing my Lambo? Why have your comments been so sarcastic, cynical, and hateful in this chat, man? I really don't care what you have to say, man. I don't have a Lambo. I live a pretty frugal life. I'm a single father. I'm a professional trader. I'm not here to teach people how to get rich. I'm here to teach people how to change their lives by actually trading effectively and efficiently. There's a lot of people that are watching. There's a lot of them are probably young men that have no direction, no goals, no guidance, no knowledge. There's a lot of traders watching who just don't have the results that they want, and they feel very frantic and hectic, and they have no idea what they're doing. When they enter into a position, they feel insecurity, and they don't have confidence in their execution. And I do. And I've designed my life and worked hard on my own personal growth over the last 10 years that I can do something that I enjoy, which is having a YouTube channel, having a good audience, having a wonderful community, and having people around my life that enhance the quality of my life. Instead of having to go into the YouTube channel of somebody who is successful and profitable in their own right and try to throw shade at them, right? That's what losers do, bro. You're better than that. So XLM BTC does not meet the qualifications. It doesn't meet the base qualification because the trend is bearish because we're below the daily baseline. So there's nothing to do here. You don't take long trades below the daily baseline. That's attempting to predict the market. That's a reversal trade. So we need for XLM to get its way on up there above the daily baseline before we can take a position on XLM. So it's disqualified out of the gate. We can look at XLM USDT and see if we have anything over there. XLM USDT is potentially giving us a continuation cross. Depends on how the daily closes, but we have closed below the baseline between our primary signal and now, so we're not allowed to take that trade. Damn, Michael Weston. It came hard with it. Hey, you guys are awesome, man. No, I love you guys. You guys are good people. Christian Zeladon. Andrew Munns. Oh, man, you got to be insecure. You get out there with that fly fishing, dude. You're killing it out there, brother. Young Johnny 3 fam. Thank you, brother. There is, so yeah, there's nothing to do on XLM USDT. All right, so actually, you guys an update here. You guys are going to see it because I'm going to create. But to answer Johan, I think it was Johan. I'm sorry, man. I have seriously been kicking around. The concept of just opening up a streamer account so that I can do my streamer account like while I trade, so you guys can actually see how I do stuff. But the problem with that is then I have to manage it, right? And I already have multiple accounts that I have to manage. So it just becomes a matter of time and pain in my butt because I'm not going to open up a streamer account that I'm not going to manage like I would manage a large capital account. Because again, just like I teach people, if you only have $1,000, you need to treat that $1,000 like it's $100,000, or else you're never going to become professional. You're never going to you're never going to develop the needed patience, methodology, discipline, or strategy to actually be able to trade a larger capital account. And so if you somehow think that you're going to trade one way because you only have $1,000 or $500 or $100 or $10, doesn't matter. And then you're somehow going to have the correct risk management to justify managing that position and make it profitable when you get to that larger level. If you do either get an endowment of capital or you do become a professional trader and start managing other people's money, which is the pathway for most individuals out there who are watching this show who don't have a lot of capital to start off with. Cryptocurrency is a new asset space. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of thousands, if not tens of thousands. Let's just bump that up to be a realistic number of institutional investors, of large capital clients, of whales who know nothing about trading, who just want their money to grow. Who, if you can show them with your account statement that you are a professional trader, that you actually make money consistently, you can get people to give you money. And there's nothing illegal about that. There's also nothing shady about that. Forex and cryptocurrency, it's 100% legal. You do not need to have some massive major license or go to school. Because you didn't go to school or have a massive major license, might it make it a more difficult task? Yes, but it was for me, but it's absolutely doable. That is the pathway out there for most people watching that want to become a professional trader but do not have a lot of money. But it starts with discipline. You need to start treating the capital that you have now like it is a large capital account. You need to practice the correct risk management, position sizing, hedging, all the factors that you're going to need to be able to trade a large capital account and not think that you're just going to magically do things different when you get that endowment later on. Wall2D2 says, what are the EMAs for your daily baselines, if you don't mind? So I use the exponential moving average 13 for my daily baseline. I've done lots of testing. I had previously used 9. I've also used 16. And I'm doing some more advanced testing right now to try to noodle out what is actually the best level for that. I want to give a huge shout out. And I'm not going to name you by name, because if I did, you'd be inundated with requests. But you know who you are, sir. You're a very fantastic, wonderful human being who is doing that with me, doing some optimization. Bird, hey, Justin, joined ByBit using your referral today. Thank you, man. I highly appreciate that. Thank you for supporting the channel. Can I trade every asset with BTC as equity there? Someone told me that is correct. You have to, so you do have to hold. ByBit is different from BitMEX, and that ByBit does not use XBT, which is, again, it's got historical value, and it's got historical, what I'm looking for. XBT is a real ticker symbol, but the way that BitMEX uses XBT is different. All right, XBT is their futures, like kind of fiat paper money. So you do need to hold the underlying asset on ByBit. In ByBit's roadmap this year, actually pretty soon, they're going to be introducing coin swap. So if you have BTC and you want to coin swap for some EOS so you can trade the EOS perpetual contract, you can do that right from the platform. Right now you cannot, but it's worth trading on. So if you want to trade EOS, you can get some EOS. You can you can allocate some of your capital to EOS. If you're going to be trading on ByBit, which I think is a wonderful platform, that's where I trade. So you can hold some Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and EOS. And then if you're not actively trading them, you just go 1x short, and that locks in your capital. Doesn't matter whether price goes up or price goes down. When you're done, you'll have the same USD value. That's pseudo hedging. Andrew says, I'm writing a self-help book. It's called Fucking Off for Fun and Profit. Okay, so about 5 minutes, I'm going to take a break, and we're going to start breaking down the daily scan. So let's go through the rest of these requests real quick. Ontology, we looked at. Litecoin. Get it back over to the crypto. LTC, BTC. Litecoin on Binance. Litecoin, again, a position that I am in. I'm in an LTC BTC trade and an LTC M19 trade. Yeah, looks decent. Now, the reason why is because I was using time transformation for those trades. So probably over the next week, it depends on how long my active positions remain open, I do have to switch back to time transformation to manage those positions because I have to respect the indicator that got me into the market. So for example, Minx actually would have got me into the market on along here and would have got me, let's see, I would have hit take profit one, just take profit one on this last LTC BTC trade, and I would have been out on this candle otherwise. So this is when I would have exited. So I would have made an average of between 6 and 4% profit. So about 5% profit on that trade. Not bad, because I generally would have gone full risk with an LTC M19 trade as well. Very difficult to hedge in cryptocurrency and often overrated. But anyways. Soup Terps, good. Okay, so Minx is not actively calling a signal, but is drifting upwards. If the daily closes like that, that would be a slightly bullish sign. We don't have a signal from Minx yet to do anything on the daily. We are above the daily baseline, which means longs are valid, regardless of what strategy you're using. If it's a PTP system, i.e. a trend-following strategic algorithmic structure that tells you when to go and when to get out, then you'll be good to go. I mean, longs are the trade to be taking with price where it currently is. Now, that does not mean we necessarily have a signal to take a position one way or the other, but I digress. Volume is good. Wada tar is good. You have a rising explosion line, so that's quite good as well. And your Minx line is above your zero line. You just don't have an active signal at this point in time. LTC, do I think we'll move to 120? As in, okay, so the current price of LTC is 109, 113. Do I think we'll move to 120? I mean, that is more likely than moving down because we are bullish. Price is quite bullish. In fact, LTC USDT, great trade over here. Big profit signal here. Now, let's look at what's going on. We are curling up. The daily is giving us a curl up, but it's not a signal to go long yet. It's not a signal to go long yet. So nothing really to do with LTC except for time. Now, if we look at what time transformation did, and this is the difference between them. Oh, go to cracking. Come on, baby. Pile for me. There we go. Let's go to LTC BTC. And we got the signal to go long on Litecoin yesterday. Continuation cross. Might be exiting that position on the close of the daily. If we cross under like this, that's fine. We take small losses, but we get big gains. That's totally cool. We're pretty frequent with getting in and getting out. As I said, the method that we trade is constantly throwing a jab. I mean, we regularly put on many positions during the evening, and we get out of the losers and let the winners run. But if you're not in the market, when the market is overall bullish, then you're not going to make any money. It got smash ratings, but sales were marked. Mons, you're too good, dude. EOS. I think that announcement's what, in like 1 minute? Well, buy the rumor, sell the news, guys. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Would have gotten a long signal right here, and then potentially a reentry right here. That would have hit take profit 1 and take profit 2, so that was a good trade. Not bad. Not bad. Nothing to do right now. Is EOS bullish? Yes, we're above the daily baseline. Let's see here. We might even be getting a signal to go long here in a couple days, but nothing to do right now. And not really interested in buying the pullback. Bum, 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 bum. BAT. Check out BAT. Hopefully you guys are back from getting your coffee. Like, I'm going to go grab some coffee here shortly. And nothing. Actually continuing to get continuation short signals from Minx. Right? Got our initial. Minx told you to go short here. Let's get rid of our lines. Minx told you to go short here. Right here. And, you know, pretty much since then, it's just down 50%. You know, BAT had a good run, man. And you got to be in the market when it's bullish. But, you know, you don't want to trade reversals, man. You know, raw reversals against the trend. You want to trade reversals within the trend. You don't want to trade raw reversals against. Peace out, Andrew. All right, so nothing to do with the basic attention token, my good friends, and ethos. And then I'm going to take a quick break. Do I do any arbitrage trading? No, I do not. Not what I do. I am a trend-following manual trader. On higher time frames, I don't really do any automation. It's all me, baby. Me and a keyboard. And 2 keyboards, 2 mice, 2 computers, 5 monitors. Manageable. Sure, some people do things a little bit more efficiently than I do, but, you know, it's the secret that makes the sauce. You know what I'm saying? All right, so there's nothing to do with BQX either, man. Initial short signal right here on this candle, and actually getting a continuation short potentially on the close of this candle, which would be a very good entry, especially at its proximity to the baseline. So very close to the baseline, getting a nice continuation short signal. Obviously, we can't short this, but if I'm getting a continuation signal on a chart I can only go long on, you can assume that there is nothing interesting. There's no desire to buy that. So anyways, guys, I'm going to take a brief break, guys, and refresh my water cup. When I return, we're going to begin doing the daily scan, managing the positions for the evening, closing out of stuff, and putting on potentially new positions as we go through the market. So see you guys in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. While you're waiting, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and hit the bell. If you're on YouTube, of course, those of you watching on Facebook, Twitch, and DLive, show us some love by giving us a follow or a subscription or sharing to your friends, family, people you don't even like. It's all good. Just let them know because this information is important. See you guys in just a few minutes. Ron Legato, the answer to your question is investornewschannel.com, where we are streaming live on Roku. Yes. You guys can go right here. Cryptocurrency, tracking crypto. Boom, boom, boom. You guys can watch us on Roku. You can also just go to Investor News Channel and click Stream Now, button right here, and watch us right from this platform, if you so desire. Okay, so let's go over this article before we begin the daily scan. And this is a couple years old. This is an article that one of the members in the premium group DM'd me and asked me some questions about risk management, or about how to value our portfolio. Should we value our portfolio in Bitcoin, or should we value our portfolio in USD? And the answer is USD. And I know that's going to ruffle a lot of feathers and might be confusing, because you guys do know that I am a Bitcoin maximalist. The fundamentals of other coins do not necessarily excite me. I'm not a fundamental guy. I am a technical trader. I really only care about current price and my strat and my indicators. But when we're talking about how to value your wealth, you need to value your wealth realistically in your native currency, because that is how you're going to be able to pay for your cost of living. This is how you're going to be able to pay for the goods and services that you're going to need to consume and require to continue your life. This is the native currency that you're going to use to send your children to school and to invest in your children's future as well. Now, there's nothing wrong with investing, and I am a long-term believer in Bitcoin, so I am a Bitcoin investor, and I do promote and support the development of Bitcoin. Strong advocate for the Bitcoin core developers. So, having said that, though, that is different from being a realistic trader. So when you measure your value in a volatile asset, it makes things very difficult for you. And the reason why most people who are trading cryptocurrency, and this is the problem with most of these Telegram groups, Signal groups, fake traders on Twitter, fake traders on Instagram, all the nonsense, is because they're going to show you, I took this massive altcoin position and I made 50%, but they don't look at what Bitcoin did. They don't calculate for fees. They don't actually look at ROI on the capital invested. They don't give you any normal, relevant, important data to actually realize whether or not they're making money overall. How did they keep it in Bitcoin? Did they buy the Bitcoin to get into the position? What was the opportunity loss on that? What was the cap? All this stuff is a little complex, but you need to look at this information if you're going to accurately be tracking the statistical results of your trading, which is what matters. It's the results of your trading over time. It's never one individual trade. And this is why you'll just straight up hear me I'm a humble person, and I don't ever call people dumb or anything like that. But, for example, like, I'm pretty open about the trades that I take. Not in the moment, because that's really, if you guys aren't in the group, that's really none of your business. But when I close a trade out, I talk about it. I talk about why I took the trade, what my thinking was during the trade, all that kind of stuff. And I've showed losing trades, and it's like, oh my God, I've got, again, 99% of you guys are absolutely awesome. But you always get that one person in here who just doesn't really understand anything about anything. And all they live for is like trolling, and they don't really understand logic. And they're like, oh my God, you're a trader on YouTube and you're a professional and you just showed us a loss. That means you suck. Look, dude, I take all kinds of losses all the time. I frequently take small losses. On a weekly basis. That's okay. It's all built into my strategy. Small losses, big wins. Small losses and big wins. You have to continually throw that jab, test the market out. And then when you're on the right side of the market, good things naturally happen. And the nice thing about the system that I trade is that there are multiple elements to get you out of a losing position. So for example, I will read to you guys and we'll see them. You guys will see everything that I'm in here in just a little bit. But, 18 positions. And 4, 9, 11 of those are up and 7 of those are down. Or excuse me, 8 of those are down. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 are down. So 12 are up, 7 are down. And that's okay. That's pretty normal. And overall, up. P&L on entire trades, again, that's just P&L, so that's just the percentage of entry price to current price, okay? So you have to look at capital as well, is 36.86%, okay? So that's how you manage your trading when you are you're on the right side of the market in the correct coins that give you the signal, and you kick out the losers, as I'll probably be cutting the losers tonight. Loom looking like a loser, for example. Theta looking like a loser. Litecoin, again, the coins that are down, Loom is down 5%. Theta is down 2%, and then everything else is ONT BTC is down 1.25%, and everything else is sub 1% down. ETC USDT, which I'm in, is currently up 13.93%. ARN is currently up 5.21. KMD is currently up 6%. Data is currently up 2.91%. Ethereum Classic BTC is currently up 7.23%. TRX M19, I'm currently up about 15% on that trade. Jay Constant, good to see you, brother. But let's talk about this for just a little bit before we get into the daily scan. And this individual is saying, hey guys, the reason I am posting this is because many users are asking me to chart altcoins versus USD instead of versus BTC. I won't be trading or charting any alts versus USD, and the reason is simple. He says, let's take Ethereum as an example. If Ethereum is going up against USD, but going down against Bitcoin, that means Bitcoin versus USD is doing better than Ethereum versus USD. Then why would you have your money in Ethereum versus USD if you know you'll have more profits having your money in Bitcoin versus USD? If Ethereum is going up against USD and Bitcoin is going down against USD, this means that Ethereum versus Bitcoin is doing even better than Ethereum versus USD. So why would you trade Ethereum versus USD if the profits are bigger in Ethereum versus Bitcoin? Any way you look at it, you will always make bigger profits if you trade against Bitcoin only. Any coin going up against USD but going down against Bitcoin equals Bitcoin doing better against USD than that altcoin. Then it is best to not trade that altcoin and stick to trading / holding Bitcoin. This is the reason I will only use USD to trade it against Bitcoin, not altcoins. Only when Bitcoin is expected to go down against USD, I will put my money into USDT if I can anticipate the crash, and I will continue to trade the altcoins that are doing good against Bitcoin. Only when Bitcoin and alts are going down against USD, I will put everything into USDT and wait for the correction to finish so that I can buy more Bitcoin for cheaper than I sold. Make sense? Please leave your comment below and feel free to correct me if I am wrong, but so far I find this to be the best logic. Cheers and see you soon, XX. So I don't want to cast any shade on this individual. This is his personal strategy. This is his logical thinking. And obviously, when we're in this space, it's often difficult to come to correct answers. Sometimes there are things that are a matter of preference. But for the purposes of this individual is, in my estimation, completely incorrect. He is erroneous in his thinking right here. And the reason why, I'll just read the response that I wrote this earlier when I was responding to the individual that wrote me this. And I said, the original poster is completely erroneous. From a trading perspective and from a realistic perspective, it makes sense to measure your trading success in terms of your native currency or, more globally, the world reserve currency, the United States dollar. Something that I'm actually working on right now is a more advanced trading journal that takes into account what the value of Bitcoin did while you were trading either USD, USDT, or a Bitcoin pair, as well as factoring in fees. However, the second large reply to that original post is accurate. The original poster, so what this guy does is he makes a non sequitur argument. And there are 6 potential possibilities when you're trading an altcoin to Bitcoin. or an altcoin. So in terms of what is going up, is USD against Bitcoin and altcoins going up? Is Bitcoin against USD going up but going down against altcoins? Is an altcoin going up against both? There's 6 different possibilities, and the author of this post only looks at 2 different possibilities, where Bitcoin is always going up relative to the value of USD, and the altcoin to Bitcoin pair is always going up relative to the value of the altcoin to the USD pair. And that's not realistic. There are 4 other scenarios in which the altcoin to USD pair is outperforming the others, right? If you guys have any doubt about that, we've taken many, many trades in altcoins to USDT and altcoins to USD on ByBit, for example. And you cannot argue with me that for whatever reason, I do not now have more money than I did before because those were successful trades. And I've increased my capital net worth in USD terms, right? As well as Bitcoin terms. Why? Because we're holding Bitcoin and Bitcoin is above the daily baseline. But if Bitcoin were to go below the daily baseline, then we'd be all in fiat or short on Bitcoin because we don't actively move our money off the futures exchange. We just go short on the perpetual contract. Now, however, the USD value, this is actually quite easy to calculate for you guys. And this is something that if you're not doing right now, this is going to be easy for you to implement, okay? On your spreadsheet, wherever you're tracking your trading journal, which you need to have. If you don't have a trading journal, you need to go make one or just go get one. Check Steam it. There's probably lots of them on there, or just Google search it. But what you need to do is you need to make a column that is current USD value. So whenever you make an altcoin to Bitcoin trade or an altcoin to USD trade, you need to look at the value of Bitcoin at the time that you made the transaction, right? So BTC USD price at the time you make the transaction. And then when you exit your position, after you average your sell price out, you need to take the value of Bitcoin to USD at the time you exit. If you want to get really specific with it, anytime you take profit, you need to write down the price of Bitcoin at that moment in time and factor that in as well. But we'll keep it simple. And honestly, fuzzy logic, there's a little wiggle room here to where, if you're looking at thousands of dollars, if you're off by 10 or 20 bucks, it's not a big deal. It does matter. Again, it does matter, but I'm just talking. This is going to get you guys 90% closer to accuracy of what's actually going on in your trading than if you're not doing this at all. So make a column that's the current value of BTC when you enter into a position and your exit value of BTC when you exit a position, as well as write down your position size, both in terms of Bitcoin and in terms of USD, which would be position size in Bitcoin times the USD value of Bitcoin at the time of the trade. So you need to write all that down. So when you do an altcoin to Bitcoin trade, you have to write down your position size in Bitcoin and the value of Bitcoin at the time of purchase. That will give you the USD value of your initial position size. Then after your trade is complete, you need to calculate your average sell, calculate your profit in Bitcoin, and add that profit to your initial position size and multiply that by the current value of Bitcoin at the time of the sale. You guys make sure to rewind that if you need to re-listen to that again. So very simply, all you're doing is you're calculating your average sell, you're calculating your profit in Bitcoin if you're doing an altcoin to Bitcoin trade, right? You're going to add your profit to your initial position size, right? And whatever that number is, that's a Bitcoin number, multiply that by the value of Bitcoin at the time of the sell. That's going to give you a USD number. And then just compare the initial USD position size to the exit USD position size. And that is your realistic P&L on that trade. Why? Because Bitcoin can go up or down. The other problem with this article is that there are lots of false assumptions in this article or in this post from this poster, where he is basically saying that his decision making is fuzzy because this is all predicated on being in the right trade by predicting the future value of the market. And that's impossible to do. You do not predict the future price. Even though that sounds contradictory, that's what most people try to do. We don't do that here at Kraken Cryptocurrency. I don't trade like that. I make no price predictions. I don't really care which way price goes. As long as it goes, I prefer it when it goes in the direction of I prefer it if it goes in the direction in which I'm trading. But the idea that trading against a Bitcoin pair is always going to be more profitable than trading against an altcoin pair is predicated on the fact that you can sell your Bitcoin at the right price at the right time, not take a capital loss on holding that Bitcoin, get into Bitcoin, rebuy Bitcoin at a lower price and not have it drop lower and not sell out lower. So, I mean, this is really like faulty logic, hodling mentality. And it's just not valid. It's not valid. I don't know any professional trader who values their wealth in Bitcoin. And there's nothing wrong with valuing your wealth in Bitcoin, especially if you're a long-term holder and a long-term investor. But you should value the wealth of your investment in Bitcoin, not your net value, not your net wealth. It's just not realistic, guys. And I don't want to, piss anybody off or anything, because again, I am a long-term Bitcoin believer as well. But this is it's just This article is wrong. You need to measure you need to measure the ROI of your trades against USD, and actually the impact upon your capital. Steve C, awesome brother, I love you, man. Oh yeah, so actually that's interesting. So Adri says she is a female trader. So this is Dobie. I am familiar with Dobie. I've seen some of Dobie's videos, and I do think that I quite like her videos. I didn't realize that this was her. Okay, but again, male, female. I don't want to cast, as I said at the very beginning of this. I don't think that this is. I don't want to say that they're wrong because again, that's their opinion and how they choose to value their portfolio. So again, if they're a profitable trader, great. But I do think that the logic behind this is incorrect. I do think the logic behind this is incorrect. So go over to Twitter. EOS.io? No, this is block one. I'm gonna give me the URL for EOS. I'm gonna see what they posted on their Twitter. Oh, that was it. Boom. Well, looks like I have to. CryptoKitty says, Justin, I know one day I will get it. But it all makes my head hurt. Math scholar I was. Well, thank you so much. Social. Here we go. All right, 13 minutes ago, and it's up. Get over to block one, June 1st to watch.
Hello, everyone. What an incredible year it's been. We're so happy to have all of you here with us today. 2.5 years ago, when Block One was born, we had big ambitions for big software and big change. But today, what we're most thankful for is our big community. It's all of you who have made this possible. There's nothing I'm personally more proud of than the collaborative spirit of Block One and EOS and the collective output of our software and your ideas. Now, today we want to show you what Block One's been working on over the last year: innovations, partnerships, and products. Let's get it started, and welcome to B1 June.
EOS News was a dud.
Thanks,
Oh,
Brendan.
Dan Larimer. Come on with your...
I am super happy to be here today.
Look at that.
And want to
Look at
wish
those
a happy
pants, man.
birthday
Looking
to
good,
the
brother.
USIO community.
I don't really care. This is boring. Somebody give me the TLDR. Yeah, Turd Ferguson's right. There's a big community, Sylvan, but 8 of us control everything. All right. Byte Master 7 on stage announcing web authentication support and EOS VM in just 1 year. EOS.io is even more scalable and secure. Great. You're even better than you were before. Great. Moving on. You guys are funny, man. Okay. Okay, so let's start. That's 6:26. We got like 4 minutes left. That intro made me buy. Let's see what's going on with EOS's price. Continuing to drop. Yeah, for real. I'll tell you what, man. His belts keep getting nicer, though. Belts keep getting nicer. All right, so we'll go ahead and start off. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the daily scheme. So the first thing that we need to do, get everything all set up here. And we're going to have to utilize time transformation still for these. Tarmac20, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. We're going to go ahead as well. Oh, it's because cool, my speakers were on. All right, I'm going to turn the tunes on down a little bit.
Mistakes now, 'cause
It's just a joke, Sylvan. Don't take it too seriously. EOS has been dumping, bro. I've been going on for about half hour now. All right, so ETC USDT is a trade I'm in. Let's see here. Entry on the 25th, right here. So here's where I got into ETC USDT. We've hit 2 of 3 take profits so far. Daniel, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, my good friend. And Daniel says, thank you for all the help and support, Justin. Thank you, man. Highly appreciated. Tarmac, thank you for the follow on Twitch. My bad, man. Thank you, David. You're absolutely right. And this is why I trade on Binance, ByBit, Deribit, and BitMEX. And every single night, I look at every single pair on all those exchanges to look for a trade. Okay, so ETC USDT is a trade I'm in. And there's nothing to do right here. We have no exit signal from time transformation, which is where we entered. Minx is actually giving us a renewal signal right now. So if you look at how Minx would have performed, Minx would have gotten us into the trade 1 candle earlier on this particular trade as opposed to time transformation. Later, Ferguson. See you, brother. And we would have gotten out on this candle right here. And we'd be getting back into a long, on this candle right here with Minx. So ETC USDT daily on Minx is signaling a long, continuation long. As far as time transformation, we haven't gotten kicked out of our trade yet. We're just still open. Price is still moving along quite nicely. So nothing to do on ETC USDT. Obviously, we've hit take profit too, so stop loss is at break even. Error on BTC. Okay, ARN BTC. Let's see here. We've hit take profit 1 on this one so far. So the high of this candle was 75.74. Take profit 1 was 72.49. Price currently trading at 6,700 with a low on today of 64.45. So came about 100 sats away from my break-even stop loss. And we are going to get the exit signal from ARN. So ARN is going to be one where we're going to be exiting tonight. I need to actually pull open my sheet. So I'm gonna pull open 3 commas over here on my trading computer and get that one ready to hit the chopping block. AMD. See here. So KMD is a good one, ran up. We're about 80% out of that trade. And we're not really getting any signal to do anything right here. Minx would have told us to take profit on this candle, as this one did as well. Still have 20% of the position open. Let's see here. We're at 16,200. So still have 20% of the position left. Stop loss at break even. We're just going to let this one ride for right now. KMD is going to stay open. No reason to do anything. Nice vicinity to the daily baseline. Streamer data. Streamer data. Streamer data currently up 4.50% for me. And missed our take profit one by 1 sat. Not getting an exit signal from TT nor from Minx. So that means we do nothing. Loom is going to be an exit. Good profit there on ARN. 100% of the position sold in profit. All right, cool. Continuing on. Ethereum Classic. All right, the trade we're in. All right, haven't hit take profit 2 yet. We've hit take profit 1. Stop loss at break even. Nothing to do. XRP M19 is right at break even. Here. Have to watch XRP to get down to. We get down closer to the close, so I've got to write that down to take a look at. That one. Need to see if where we're going to close. Be indicative of whether I just get out at break even. Neo BTC is a trade we're in. Doing nice. Hit take profit 1. Great. Stop losses. Yep, stop loss still a break even, and nothing to do here on Neo. Yeah. Yep, nothing to do on Neo. Set my alert to update my stop loss. Baby, go. Dcash, trade we're in. See here. Need to watch this one closely. I'll leave this one blank for right now, and I need to see what happens on TT. It's pinching, but I don't think it'll close bearish. So we'll hold this one open. Currently, I'm on Zed. So yeah, 0.58%. That's all right. Yeah, entry on Zek on May 30th. So the close of this candle right here. So right above my entry point on Zek. No reason to bang this one out yet. All right. Zem. Zem's a good one. We already had take profit one on Zem, and we're coming back down to our break-even position here on Zem. So I'm just gonna do nothing on Zem. We're not getting this signal to exit, and if it hits our break-even price, that's cool. We already sold half at our. Actually, sorry. You get take profit too. Yeah, take profit. Yeah, Zem was already 80% close. That's only 20% of the position. So we'll let what happens there happen. Nothing to do with that. Theta is going to cross under, so that's going to be an exit. All right, derp. I gotta watch Zerp closely. So we'll leave that blank for right now and look close to the end of the daily close. The ONT down negative 1.48, and that's going to be it. Okay. Yeah, all right. Good. Misa go. Nothing to do. 19. Up 13.14% on TRX M19 currently. Let's hop over to BitMEX and see. Yeah, I'm almost all the way out of my TRX position. So go set a TSL now. All right, let's set closely. No exit signal from TRX. So stop loss at break even. Let's see here. Not bad. At about $360 off of that trade. Pretty good. So we'll just hold that open. I'm gonna do with that bad boy. The leg 2 if it happens. Congratulations, guys. That was a good winner.
Tell me what you have to go and drive me so crazy. Now feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long.
Oh, that's not how you spell closed.
Why'd you have to go and drive me so
Okay.
crazy? Now feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long.
LTC is going to be an early exit. I always think she says watching Fortnite right there. I don't know if any of you guys picked up on that. 01336. All right. Oh. Cool. Same with Litecoin, Bitcoin. All right, this is the last trade I'm in. And that's going to be out too, baby. Get it. Cool. That clears up. That really clears out all the trades held over from May. About half of them good profitable trades, and the other half small capital losses, which is exactly what you want. That's a good balance. So I'm quite happy with that. Really good results. Okay. I'm very, very happy about that. I made quite a bit of money this month. All right, so let's go to we're going to run through the daily scan, and then we're going to double check on ZERP, ZEC, ZERP and ZEC. Those are the only ones that I wanted to wait a little bit longer to get confirmation on for the candle close, or really, really close to the candle close. Might have to wait till the candle close. But all right, so ARN, all right, ARN, Loom. ARN closed out with a really good win. Loom closed out with a, say, relatively small loss. ZERP M19 closed at break even. Theta and ONT, LTC, LTC, and Bitcoin. All right, add all those. Bet. Very happy with those. So what I'll actually do is put the capital in here and just shortly track the actual capital. All right, currently now up 30.30% on active positions after dropping all those small losses out. Good, things are looking good. All right, now let's scan the market. I already looked at ZERP, so let's look at Atom. Time transformation giving us a signal to go long on Atom, as is Minx. So we're gonna take that.
me how and I'll do it, babe. 'Cause I just wanna make you feel the way I do about you. So just tell me how and I'll do it, babe. I love it when you whisper in my ear. Words only meant for me.
Oh, come on, calculator. Why'd you dial me like that?
Promise that your secret's safe with me. You're the only reason. Yes, you're the only reason. Baby, you're the answer to my prayers. Feeling like the
Evans.
world's in our hands. Now I know that this is meant to be. You're the only reason.
All right. It is locked in. Thank you, when was now. I'm here 2 hours every day. You guys are stingy with the likes. It's all good. I love you guys, though. Okay. ADA BTC is valid as well. The EOS. Ooh, man, baby, look at that. Look at that dumpy dump on EOS. The pain continues. I'm already in a Tron position, and TRX BTC was also valid at the time of the signal. BCH M19. It would be a short if you ignore the continuation baseline rule. Because you can see here we closed below the baseline. Actually, sorry, so we're not looking at this. We're only looking at this for open positions. I gotta get used to this. Sorry, guys. I gotta get used to using Minx. All right, so Minx is telling me to do nothing, and that's comfortable. I'm comfortable with that. All right. Nothing to do with Litecoin. Let's look for an FM19 position. Nope, not doing anything here. F Bitcoin. Maybe we'll hold in there. I'm not sure yet. Nothing with XBT M19 as well. All right, so let's look for ByBit trades. So we're gonna look for BTC USD, XBT USD for ByBit. Nothing to do with our big daddy here, FUSD on Max. Oh, so fucking close, but just not getting it, guys. So nothing to do. EOS USD on Finex. Nothing to do here. And XRP USD on Finex. And do we have an AZERP Dala position? Dala. Negative. Nothing to do. So no new ByBit trades tonight. All right, to Binance. Let's go. Start off with the large sats. Nothing. Oh, Neo. We're already in Neo. Rep. Negative. Bitcoin Gold. Bitcoin Gold. See, Minx signaled Bitcoin Gold and time transformation did not. So love that Minx, man. Wish I would have caught that Bitcoin Gold trade. Would have got me into all of that pumpy pump. Oh, well, anyways, moving on. Binba. Nothing to do with Binba. Decred, negative. DigiDAO, no. Zcash, already in a Zcash position. Monero, nope. Let's see here. There's, nope, that's not a Monero. Is it? There's a Monero BTC short. Nah, volume's not confirming. Let's see here. Litecoin, no. Dash. No. Ethereum, Bitcoin, no. Bcash. All right, so nothing in the large sats tonight, guys. Go through the low sats. Nope. Dent. Dent's one of those weird ones, dude. Dent's definitely one of those weird ones. We got a signal to go long on Dent here, and I didn't take this. We got the continuation long on Minx here. Minx told you to go long on this candle, and you would have caught all this. A great trade. We even get a we're getting a continuation long now, but I'm not gonna take that. I actually might, but not tonight. I'm gonna wait and see what tomorrow looks like. I just don't want to have to. I already got, I cleared out just about half of all my altcoin positions. I still got quite a few on. I want those to simmer out before I get crazy with it. Capital preservation, guys. All right, in cash. Nope. Storm. No. Nope. No lend. No trade on lend. No trade on CDT. No trade on IOTX. No trade on Verge. No trade on WePower. No trade on Fuel. No trade on IOST. Nor on Doc. Nor on PHP. Nor on Singularity. Nor on DNT. Nor on Zilliqua. Nor on CND. Nor on TNT. Nor on data. We're already in data. No yo-yo trade, no Go BTC trade, no Requiem trade, no... Whoa, seller. Oh, man. See, Minx is killing it, dude. So I'm looking forward to all these new trades I'm going to be able to catch with Minx that, you know, time transformation was just one candle too early on. So, yeah, with this, we're almost close to hitting take profit 1 on seller. Minx called that like a charm. Nothing on Mithril, nothing on OST, nothing on QSP, nothing on QKC, or SNM, or SNT, nor GTO, nor TRX was already a valid long. Matic, negative. RCM, nope, maybe next time. POA, nope. Ren BTC, wow, look at that. Minx calling that long trade beautifully right there as well, as you guys can see. Long, man, Minx is killing it, dude. Really, really, really looking excited to using this. Like, you know, full time. It's now replacing, I'm confident enough to replace time transformation with it. Vibe. Now, Vibe gave you the long signal here, and you would be right at about break even. Whereas time transformation would have just got you in on this candle, and you'd be up. Interesting. I'm going to do nothing. If I have to think about it for more than 5 seconds, it's not a trade I want to take. There's a trade. Viv. All right, cool. Oh, did the music stop? All right. Check real quick. Oh. Okay, cool. 511. Profit. We got to look at what ATR percentage is right now. 9.64. Create trade. Booyakasha. 1 in the books. Go, baby. All right, Agi. That's a trade too. Correct, yeah. Get on up there, little doggy. This is how it works, guys. It's just execution. There's not a lot of thinking, dude. Once you got a good system, you just do what it tells you to. Before. Eight, 10. ATR percentage. 12.40. And 480. Probably gonna be close to it. Okay, guys. Sorry. Had to take that. All right. 2 in the books. A and B. No, nothing for A and B. Nor BCPT, nor MITH, nor Mana. Ravencoin doing quite fantastic. Minx called that baby right there. Congratulations to everybody in the group who took that. Not a trade I took. I was using time transformation yesterday. Sis is a valid position. We'll put a pin in that one real quick. Harder. Okay, so we went through all the large caps and low caps. We still got to go through the mid sats and the USDT pairs. But as we're getting really close, 1 minute away from the daily close, I do need to go look at what the data is going to be on ZERP so I can make a decision. Do I get to stay in this trade? And it looks like I'm going to get to stay in my ZERP trade. I bet that means I get to stay in... Hello. Saw the crows of death right there. Does that mean I get to stay in my ZERP BTC trade as well? Yes, it does. Bounce right off the daily baseline. Let's see what happens. And ZEC. I get to stay in my ZEC trade as well. Okay. So nothing. Oh, I turned it down too much, man. Come on. Manipulos, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch, my good friend. Go over to... All right. Cool. Finish the daily scan up with our mid-sats and our tether pairs. Already put on 3 new positions tonight. And we'll see what we get out of our mid-sats here. EVX, no, sir. Nulls, no. IDO, no. Viacoin, no. BNT, absolutely not. Nor Strat, or MDA, or PPT, or Bitcoin Diamond. Although Minx did call Bitcoin Diamond right here, just as it called Bitcoin Gold. If you guys think lagging indicators can't catch pumps, you don't know what you're talking about. Looking at NAS, not a trade. KMD, still in the trade. GXS, nothing. Neblio, nothing. Hypercash. Oh, look at that. Minx caught that one too. Moving right along. ONT exited that position. Nano, nothing to do. Skycoin, guess what? Minx got that one too. Out of that position right now, though. Nothing to do. Lisk, nothing. OMG, nothing. Waves, nothing. Lunar, nothing. Gas, nothing. Qdom, listen, I had some of the guys go back and forth with me because they're like, Qdom's a qualifying trade. I'm like, yeah, I know, I just didn't take it. I you know. And they're like, well, we're all taking it. All right, cool. And they're like, oh, you suck, Justin. Awesome, guys. Awesome. You guys rock. Nothing to do with GVT. Nothing to do with Atom. The Monaco, EOS, nope. Bezos, or XZC. Yeah, so Darkcoin or whatever. Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic is a trade we're in. We got in right here. Let's go, baby. Market's looking pretty good. Nothing, no, not a single mid-sat coin to put on. All right, let's go look at our tether pairs, see if we can hop in anything. No, not ADA, nor Atom, or B-Trash. We get a continuation long on BNB USDT. We sure did. All right, let's go over here then. I got something for that. So we'll just do, yeah, okay. Now we're going to run a little bit longer tonight, guys. Hope you don't mind. I do want to finish this up. All right. $35.50. We'll just call it $35.50. Come on, man. And $37.89. And $40.27. Okay. What is the ATR percentage? 7.18. Oh, that is my trailing stop value. I think I saw some questions in the chat about what that was. Hey, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It's hard for me to see your questions as I'm doing this. I'm going to have to figure out a better way so that I can actively respond to you while I'm looking. Can I describe what I'm looking for? Yeah, I'm looking for my indicator strategy to give me signals to go long or short. My algorithm. Let's see. Stop loss at 29.58. And timeout on and go. The books. Okay. Don't really want to put anything else on, but we will look. Nothing for BTC. BTT, nothing to do. The last trade we took on BTT was a banger. Minx caught seller USDT on this candle close. So last night. Nothing to do on EOS. Nothing to do on Ethereum Classic USDT. Actually, again, this is one that we're in. So it's good that Minx is actually going to make a continuation along. Let's go take profit 3, baby. Ethereum USDT, nothing to do. Fetch USDT. That is a trade. That is a trade. And if I don't find anything else in this scan, which actually looks like tether pairs are popping a little bit. ICX, that was a great last trade that we took. IOTA was a great last trade that we took, but nothing to do now. Link, no. Litecoin, no. Matic, no. Myth, no. Nano, no. Neo, USDT, no. In fact, you were supposed to take profit on your position a couple days ago. Nulls, there's not a trade. OMG, there's not a trade. ONG, there's not a trade. ONT, there's no trade. Pax, Qtum. Qtum actually gave you a continuation long tether pair. That's a good one. Theta, nothing on Theta. And Tron gave you a continuation pair. TRX. That baby is running. Go, baby, go. Wasn't able to catch that one right at the candle close. That's a little. This is the first time I've done this on the stream, so I don't like to put in my trades. I generally like to have my trades in right before. I like to click all the buttons right before the daily candle closes, is how I do things. And I'm still trading in the sweet zone, but you get a lot of volatility right after the close. Sometimes it can be good, sometimes it can't. Okay, so summation, guys. Current trades that I had before this close. Ethereum Classic USDT, no change. ARN BTC exited the position in profit. KMD BTC, no change. Data BTC, no change. Loom BTC exited the position manually at a loss. ETC BTC, no change. XRP M19, no change. Neo BTC hit my first take profit, moved my stop loss to break even. Zcash, no change. Zem, no change. I've already taken profit on that, but it's just riding around. Theta, early exit, closed the trade at a small loss. ZERP, held open. ONT, closed the trade in a small loss. TRX M19 already hit take profit 1 and 2, stop loss at break even, and LTC, M19, BTC, and ETH Bitcoin were all 3 early exits. New positions are ADA M19 long, ADA VIB, AGI, and SYS for Binance Bitcoin pairs, BNB Fetch for USDT pairs, BNB Fetch AI, Qtum, and Tron. I'd be a little careful of that Tron pair, but it's valid. So. Okay, so I'm gonna go there. You know what? I just put one of those new. I got one of those oil condenser infuser things that I just bought when I was out shopping today, and it's got that rainy day smell in there. I'm gonna pull a chat back up, guys, and hopefully answer your questions. And my room smells so good right now, so freaking good right now. Oh, Jurgen, man. Yeah, I checked it, brother. Raven is something that anybody using Minx, which they've had for a while now, would have caught yesterday. It's not a trade I personally took. Southern New Yorker, besides my proprietary tools, what can I recommend for taking profit on TradingView? Use ATR, man. Use ATR. I missed a lot of stuff, guys, so hold on. Let me bring it all back. Lucky Neji, thank you so much for the subscription on YouTube. And Marlon Jones, Bulls on the Block, thank you so much for the $5 donation, my good friend. 11 minutes ago, sorry for the wait. Stingy with the likes, generous with the fiat. Can you let me know if I'm right in thinking about market buying an Atom BTC on a continuation trade? Let's check it out, see if it qualified. Atom BTC on a continuation trade. No, I don't see the signal from Minx for the continuation trade, brother. So Minx is actually curling back down toward the noise line. We would have gotten the long signal here on Atom, and this is most likely a losing trade. You're not out of this position yet. You're in drawdown, which is good. This keeps you in a trade until you're supposed to be out of a trade. And you pulled back down into the ATR, the 1 ATR from baseline zone. So this is, it's good. Obviously it's never pleasant to be in drawdown, but you take the valid signals. But actually, the reality is you wouldn't enter this trade unless you were. We haven't even gotten there yet. That's tertiary PTP. But because this closes above our white qualifying line. So we are back within the white qualifying line, but no, Atom BTC is not a continuation trade, brother. But hey, you're doing good, man. Your questions get better and better. I'm really glad to have you in the group, brother. I hope you're learning. GBU Professor Wally, 6 minutes ago. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat, my good friend. He says, why would we mind? Just now had a chance to tune in, so of course I'm fine with you continuing to stream. Learn, earn, and don't get burned. Thank you so much, man. You're one of the good ones, brother. Shout out to Gunbot University and yourself, Wally. Hope you're doing fantastic this evening. And Manipulos, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. Let's scroll up. Let me answer some questions, and then I'm gonna kick it, guys. Crypto Beginners asks, what are the indicators that I'm using? These are all my proprietary indicators that I've made. Did I just make a gain on XLM? No, I did not have an XLM position. One BTC. Yeah, let's go check that chart out. One BTC had a 800% appreciation from its initial opening. Let's actually go down to the hourly chart. And, this was just, this is a gamble. This is generally nothing that we trade. And what's interesting is that this is one of the few IEOs that has launched and gone up. Generally, IEOs launch and go straight down. So this was a good one. Congratulations to anybody who got into Harmony or who invested in the IEO. Congratulations. It's not really the thing that I do, but I was thinking about making a snipe bot so that I can catch potentially the next IEO. Because if you can get into the IEO and sell immediately when it launches, you're going to make, at least 30%. So, and that's good for me. That's good for me. Selling with Ray, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch, my good friend. Almost 2 a.m. at this side of the pond. Okay, gotcha, man. Awesome. Hey, Southern New Yorker, I look forward to it, brother. All right, guys. I'm going to bounce. It's been an awesome show. Before I leave, let's roll over here and do the regular end of show stuff. So thank you guys so much for joining me for another exciting episode of Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. A little bit of a different thing tonight because we do the streams during the time when the daily candle closes. We're going to have to be doing our thing, so you guys are going to be seeing more of that. Again, I don't necessarily know if I want to make a streamer account because that's just more stuff to worry about. It's another account to manage, and I already have to manage 3. So having said that, anyways, guys, I hope you guys found tonight educational and helpful. Make sure that you guys do your own research and always manage your risk. Make sure that you know exactly what you're doing. Make sure that you either have back tested a very profitable strategy or that you know what you're doing before you enter into the markets. I feel like I need to say that sometimes, but it's exciting and it's fun, and this is possible, and you can do it just like I did. That's exactly what I do. If you guys would like to learn to do what I do, you can of course check the link at the top of the screen. If you guys would like access to our private mentoring, to our private Discord community, to our proprietary indicators, to our educational material, to our Pathways to Profit course, as well as our trade signals and setups, and our team of analysts and mentors. Anyways, guys. Till next time, make sure that you trade safely. If this is your first time to the channel, make sure to show us some love. Give that thumbs up button, the follow button, the subscribe button, or the share button, whether you're watching across YouTube, Facebook, DLive, or Twitch. You're all special in my eyes. Make sure to give us some love by gently nudging that button. And make sure to tell your family, your friends, even people you don't like. All right, guys. Chill out, and I will see you guys on the next one. As soon as I find the button. Later, guys.
Thank